Hi friends, this lesson is for Module 6, Lesson 21. Yesterday, we talked about different types of money. We talked about some coins. Today, we're going to keep talking about coins, but we're adding in a new one. Our learning goal for today says, I can identify and say the value for quarters, dimes, nickels, and pennies. Yesterday, we talked about these three coins. Do you remember what they're called? What's that first one called? He's a little bit bigger than the other two. Yeah, he's worth 5 cents. He's a nickel. Good job. What about that coin in the middle? You'll notice he's a different color than the two silver ones. You're right. He's a penny. And then finally, the littlest one, but he's actually worth quite a bit. Good. The dime. Excellent. All right. Now we're going to talk about their value, or how much they're worth. So let's see. The nickel. I know that he's in between the penny and the dime. How much is he worth? Good, friends. 5 cents. What about the penny? You've got it again, 1 cent. And last but not least, the dime. How much is he worth? Remember, he's tiny, but he's worth quite a bit. Good job, 10. Excellent. Today we're going to talk about another coin, the biggest of all the coins that we normally see on an everyday basis. It is the quarter. Ooh. The cool part about a quarter is right on the front it actually says $quarter. It's part of a dollar because if you have 4 quarters it equals $1. So on the bottom it actually says the word quarter. So that's really helpful. Let's go ahead and talk about a quarter. I like quarters so much because quite frankly they're worth a lot of money. Their value is really high. Quarters are worth 25 cents. Told ya, they're pretty big. Now, if I'm going to be drawing a quarter and I don't actually have the picture of it, I'm going to go ahead, I'll slide him over. I'm going to go ahead and draw a circle with 25 on the inside to show that that's a quarter, because quarters are worth 25 cents. Today what we're going to do is we're going to make a whole bunch of 25 cents in different ways, all equaling up to the same amount or value that a quarter has. So let's see. There's my quarter, and let's make them with a whole bunch of pennies. If a quarter is worth 25 cents and pennies are worth 1 cent, how many pennies do I need to draw? Well, turn and tell your neighbor if you're not sure. Okay, so I have a quarter and he's worth 25 cents and pennies are worth 1, so of course I'm going to need 25 pennies. Let's count by tens. 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Oh, perfecto. I got that right. All right, let's make 25 cents a different way. We already know about 3 different coins, the dime, the nickel, and the penny. So let's go ahead and see if we can make 25 cents using the other coins. What about if we have a quarter, and this is the back of the quarter. Let's see, what if we had a quarter and we made it with nickels? Now I know nickels are worth 5 cents. Can you go ahead and press pause and figure out how many nickels would you need to make 25 cents? Did you figure it out, friends? Now this is the way that I did it. I got my counting sticks and I counted by 5 and put a finger up for each time I said 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And when I looked at my hand, I had 5 nickels. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Is that what you got? Oh, good job, friends. That is tricky. All right, we've used pennies, we've used nickels. What do we have left to use to make 25 cents besides our quarter? Oh yeah, good, dimes. So we have our quarter, and I'm going to do some dimes. Let's go ahead and count by tens as we use our dimes. 10, 20, 30. Oh no, I can't do another dime because 30 would be too much. Let's see, I have 20 cents. What other coin, just one more coin, could I add to make 25 cents? Yeah, good job, friends. The nickel. Excellent. Wow, you guys are doing so well with making 25 cents. Let's try it one more time. This time, I'm going to try to use all 3 coins in making 25 cents. Do you think we can do it? All right, here we go. First, let's start with the dime because he's the biggest. I have 10, and then we'll go with the nickel, and he's worth how many, friends? Yeah, 5. All right, so now I have 15. And I still need to use some pennies. So how many more pennies do I need to add to 15 in order to get 25? Let's see, 15 has one group of tens. That might help me in figuring it out. How many groups of tens do you think, or how many more pennies do we need? Yeah, we need 10 cents, so we need 10 pennies. See all the different ways to make 25 cents? You can really mix and match the pennies and the nickels and the dimes in a lot of different ways, even more than I've just shown you today. So you want to make sure that you know the value for each coin because that will really help you out. All right, I'm going to go ahead and give you an amount and you tell me which coin it matches up to. All right, so I see 2 dimes and 1 nickel. So I have 2 dimes and 1 nickel. So what would be the total value of that? Let's see. I have 10, 20, 20 plus 5 is 25. Good job. What coin equals 25 cents? You're right, a quarter. Good job, friend. All right, what about these coins? I have a nickel and another nickel. If I added up the value or the amount that a nickel and another nickel are worth, I would equal, yep, 10 cents. 5 plus 5 is 10. What coin equals 10 cents? You're right, a dime. Good job, friends. All right, what about a nickel, another nickel, another nickel, another nickel, and all these pennies? Can you go ahead and add that up and tell me what coin would equal that amount? Are you ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I see 25 cents. Which coin equals 25 cents? Ding, 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 a quarter. Friend, you are so good. All right, our learning goal for today says, I can identify and say the value for quarters, dimes, nickels, and pennies. And that's exactly what we've been doing. All right, it's your turn. You're going to go get this exit ticket from your teacher. At the top, you're going to just write down the name of the different coins that you see. Number 3 says, draw different coins to show you the value for the coin show. So you have to figure out what coin that is. It's the biggest one. He's worth the most amount. And then draw any combination of coins to equal that value. At the bottom, you're going to match the coins in the boxes to the coins on the sides that have the equal value. Good luck, friend.